G'day everyone. In the workshop today, another mod, or what I'm onto now, is this front end. So in hindsight, probably should have got the guys when they installed the PIAC bull bar at opposite lock, probably should have bought a winch then and got them to slap it in for me, and I would have wired it up later. But I was in two minds about what winch to go with. In the end, I went for what I probably think is probably good price, good reliability, and that's the XTM winch from BCF. Comes in the kit, that's all of it there, and instructions. So the reason is it was about $499, so about $500 winch. The amount that I expect to be using it is not a great deal. I'm not doing hard wheeling or anything like that. It's literally there as a get out of shit or a get out of jail free card if I get stuck and then I need to get out or unhitch from the van and pull the van out. If you were to compare it to a Runver or a Warn or something like that, I'd say it's a few kilos heavier, probably not the same reliability or anything like that, but as far as cost goes, I'm pretty sure those Runvers are up around the $1,000 mark, give or take a few hundred. Yeah, plus orange rope, matches PIAC, matches the steady, black on orange on white. The Maxis, who would have thought? Colour coded. Yeah, so the plan today is I'm going to see if I've popped all the covers off here. I am going to see if I may be able to get it in through the top. I haven't checked any videos to see how to do this. I was just going to figure it out as I go. Yeah, we'll see how I go. I'll keep you in the loop. Fun stuff. All right, so pretty sure I've got it to a point where I can try and fit the winch in through the top. Had to loosen off the headlight bolts at the top. There's the bracket, steel bracket, that's a factory one. Bit of jiggling, got it out, didn't damage any of the anything in there. And then that's all the other plastic gear. Bit of sand, might give that a clean before I mount the winch. Yeah, and then just one sensor. Yeah, other than that, not too bad. Didn't need to take the whole bar off. Well, we'll see, hopefully I can fit it in through the top here. So this is just so you know, this is the first of the Gen 3 SX in the 3 litre. So she's a basic Isuzu DMAX. Yeah, it dropped in alright. I'm actually pretty stoked with how that went in. And then yeah, free spool lever, grab just there. Still got to mount a few other things, but the other thing I did have to do was take these little, I don't know, butterfly wings, whatever you want to call them, they just go under there. Just had to pop them off to get to a few bolts. Yeah, let's keep going. Alright, so I just got it hooked up temporarily. The way that it comes is you can have it with the umbilical cord or with the remote. It does have a button up the top here if you select wireless. So I've just literally not finished, but just testing it. Still got to put a couple more bolts in the bracket there. So this is, and then this is also the drama I'm going to run into. I've just test fitted the original bracket that goes in there, and if I need to ever use the umbilical cord, it's going to actually be a pain to try and get to. So I'm just going to try and come up with a bit of a plan, because I actually like it there on top of the winch. So all the cabling sits down there, the other two, and they're just hanging on to the battery terminals. Don't judge, I'm not finished yet, alright? yeah, I just wanted to make sure it worked before I finished everything up. But that was actually, I've been at this job for about, I don't know, maybe an hour, bit over, and that included pulling apart the car. One of the things that I did do is I didn't use the spring washers mounting the winch, because I've got some Loctite there, so that should help. It just means I've got more thread into the bolts that mount the winch to the bull bar, and the Loctite's going to stop it from rattling loose. But yeah, I'll start to put it all back together now, and neaten up this cabling. It's come along alright. I'm just hooking up the battery side of things. Everything's cable tied up. I'm just got to trim the tyres. So looking nice and neat down there. Nothing's going to rub, nothing's going to short out, hopefully. But one of the things that I found is because these lugs already have the heat shrink on them. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera there, but when I hold it sort of like that, you can see flush how this bit of heat shrink's going to foul. So that's never going to let the lug sit flat or flush. So what you need to do is just make sure you trim that down, because if you don't get a flush connection, you get what's called a hot join or a high resistance join, and that is where, when the winch is under load, you create a high resistance join, which is basically going to cause it to get really, really hot, melt, arc, all that sort of stuff, and then eventually fire, which is not what you want. Not ideal. You're definitely having a bad time. So it's just important to make sure that all your connections sit flush with these pre-terminated lugs with the heat shrink and that on them. So yeah, just don't get caught out by it, guys. It'll work. It's just when you go to use it the next few times, that's when you'll start to see the heat, the discoloration, and then it'll just get worse from there. So yep. Alright, so me fix. Just got me a hole saw out, drilled the hole, put a bit of the shrouding on it. And I don't know if you can see it that well, but that's where the plug is. So now I can plug it in. I gave it a little test before and it works alright. Yeah. I only need it if the wireless part of it doesn't work. Hopefully I shouldn't have to use it, but yeah. And then I'll just pop all these covers back on and bolt everything back together. Giving it a test run. Works alright. Love it. DMAX. Well done. Everything all buttoned back up. Only had one of these spares, or one of these left over. It's not too bad, considering all the nuts and bolts I've undone. I gave the hook a lick of black paint. I know it's not going to last long. It already started to rub off there, but this looks a bit better. I'll run the hook, see how long. I don't know. There's soft sling shackles, all that sort of stuff out there. Yeah, hook will do for now. There was one more thing. So yeah, just this top section here, just had to chop a bit of the plastic out as well, so I can reach in there and plug in the cable if I need to. Yep, happy days.